ඉතින් පුතේ ඔයාට කරන පුරුද්දක්වා කරපු පුරුද්දක්වා දැන් කරන්නේ නැත්නම් පුතේ කතා කරනකොට කියන්න I used to smoke කියලා. හැබැයි පුතේ ඔයාට කතා කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ඔයාට සිංහලනේ. හරිද? ඔයාට සිංහලම ඇහෙනකොට used to කියන එකේ තේරුම ඔයා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. කතා කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔයගයි කතන්දරේ. කතා කරන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් හරි දුරක් යනවා. Hi there, I'm Surang from English Fluency and today I'm at Chandrika Baba, Ambalipitia, and I'm going to do a video about fluency, English fluency, that is conversational fluency, and how to acquire fluency, how to acquire conversational fluency. So if you are really interested in English fluency and if you are trying your best to acquire that, what we call the fluency, and this is one of the videos for you, and I have a lot of videos, but this is one of them. And going to talk about conversational fluency and being there in Ambalipitia, and this is really a very beautiful Baba. This is what we call Chandrika Baba. Okay, right, guys, talking about conversational fluency. Okay, shall we start the short video then? And what is really important is, what is fluency? The people have different opinions, different, definitions for fluency. There are different types of fluency, conversational fluency and so on. So, however, we know that if someone can, use the language to the fullest mean if somebody can express his ideas in a way, naturally, so we think that he is fluent. So, what do you mean by fluency really? Before going to talk about what to acquire fluency, we should have an idea about what fluency is. So, generally, the fluency basically is, the conversational fluency is, we can converse, we can talk about things, we can talk about what we want freely and naturally, like this. When you go to a shop, and we go to a bank or everywhere, in a party basically, we are not going to banks and use the English language generally, we use singular basically. You can, use the language, English language at a bank, basically you go and you use singular, that is it. That is not the thing. We can avoid these situations at banks and everything. You can ask about things in singular, that is it. That is not the thing. But at times, in parties or in sort of situations where everybody is using the English language, if you happen to use singular, then that is not the thing. That is what you want to avoid. That is what you want to go away from. That you want to get away. So, what is that fluency? That fluency is conversational fluency. In conversational fluency, generally, we can talk about things, we can express our ideas in a way, in a very free manner, like this. So that is conversational fluency. How to acquire that? How to go to that level, the conversational fluency? I'm going to talk about that. I do believe now you understand what conversational fluency is. That is what you need. In conversation, when you talk to other people, you should be able to talk about things without making lot of boo and things like that. They come naturally, but yet for all. So you should have the capacity, ability. That is conversational fluency. So how to acquire conversational fluency? To acquire conversational fluency, you should see conversational fluency. That is people using the language freely. Yeah. In my case here, I have no notes, nothing. I have a very small notes so that I can see what the points are that is said. Can't help. Yeah. There are a few points that I'm going to talk about. The points are in this tiny paper, but you cannot see that I'm looking at all these things always. The thing is, because I feel that I'm conversationally fluent, so I can talk about anything what I know. That is it. There are things beyond my field. Maybe if you are talking about economics, I won't be able to talk about things because I know that jargon, I know that terms, particular terms. That's okay. For conversational fluency, you don't want all these things. You need is something, the vocabulary is not that great. What you need, I mean. So, how to acquire conversational fluency? The second point I'm coming, yeah. To acquire conversational fluency, you should see the conversational fluency. Now, what you're observing is conversational fluency. If you observe football, playing football, in a way you see the skill. You know how to play football. If somebody comes here and talking about how to play football, you cannot do that. We should give you the example. We should give you the real situation. We should show you how to play football. Playing football. Then you will see how to play football. If I'm always going to talk about playing football, this is the way how we should play football and things like that, you will not learn. So if you want to acquire conversational fluency, you should see how people use the language in a fluent way, fluent manner. When we use the language in a fluent way, we are not using Sinhala. Continuously, we should be able to talk about things. That is fluency. So that is the reason why I'm not basically going to cut the video. You will see everything without breaks. Yeah, if we make breaks and we make sort of transitions, that would be really beautiful. My picture would be really big and my picture would change in a way, and that is really interesting. But even though this video is not interesting, this video has no sort of transitions, cutting and making transitions, making my picture big and making my picture shaky. No, I'm not going to do that, because I want to show you what conversational fluency is. This is not real conversational fluency. I'm talking about something. But you should realize that I can express my ideas freely. The very first thing that you should see that. Not English lessons. Maybe one guy is talking about fruits or vegetables. One guy is talking about the nature. This is Chandrika Baba, and you can see this and that. You can see birds flying, sort of things. Anything you like. If you don't like nature, don't think about programs in nature or about nature. If you like, architecture, then go to videos, YouTube videos, simple videos on architecture. So that is what. However, things should be totally in English. When we make total immersion, when we make videos of total English, and in your mind, in your brain, the pathways, the roads are made. If I break my conversation, no, not really a conversation, this is a monologue. My talking about all these things, using Sinhala time to time, using your mother tongue, you break that road. The forming roads in your brain. So therefore, very first thing that you should see, people using the language in a very fluent way, and that should be totally English. You would think, my third point, you would think, can't we learn English through Sinhala? We don't understand English. Yeah, good. If you don't understand English, that's okay, no problem. Your mother tongue is Sinhala. You can use videos explaining things away in Sinhala. Always, all the time. We're talking about things in Sinhala, and you're listening to Sinhala, and you're learning English. That is it, you learn English, but not the conversational language. Even we talk about conversations or dialogues, whatever it is, using Sinhala, you don't pick up it. Why? Roads in your brain not formed. You learn English. I don't say no. I don't deny that. I would say it's really good to learn English. But your aim is to acquire fluency while doing that, while listening to sort of English single videos. You should have some time. You have to find a little bit of time to listen to total English. The secret is total English. Now I give you one example. If I explain this using your mother tongue like this, so I'm going to show you the problem. The problem is mixing Sinhala with English. That is the problem. That is why you cannot speak if you say you cannot. I'm going to show you how I can do this video using Sinhala. But then you happen to think in Sinhala. When I'm doing this way, you're not thinking in Sinhala. Maybe it's a bit difficult for you, but you try to understand things using the English language, and that is total immersion, and you are thinking in English. But if I do this just instant, what happens? Hi guys, I'm going to talk about fluency. Mamad katha karanne yanne me fluency gana. Especially I'm going to talk about conversational fluency, English fluency. Mama ade katha karanne yanne ogallanta puthe me conversational fluency ne gana api katha karana koda ena fluency. And in that, what you have to do is you have to go to sort of English videos, total English videos. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ total English videos වලට යන්න මුළුමනින්ම English videos. මේ මොනොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන් ඉන්නේ කොයි සිංහල කැලේ එනකන්. And then you go to on Sinhala part, and then you try to understand English as a translation. That is really bad for conversational fluency. Conversational fluency නැති වුණාම මේ සිස්ටම් එකේ අපිට පුළුවන් ඕන දෙයක් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කියන්න. හැබැයි සිංහලත් ඕනේ. එක දිගට කියන්න බෑ. මේ සිස්ටම් එකේ the system of this educational system, not only Sri Lanka but also in these countries, good number of countries in the world, they learn language using translation. Then when we do that, for a small period of time, short period of time, we can use the language. Then you have to have a sort of a pause, and you have to go to Sinhala. And then while you are going in that particular language, that in Sinhala, then you can again go to English language. It is just like writing an essay. When you write an essay in your O-levels paper or grade 10 or grade 11, you cannot write the essay in one go. That means you start something like that. My country is Sri Lanka. You happen to have pauses. You happen to stop that and you think about, it's okay, next time writing this. And then you write, the capital is Sri Javardhana Prakote, and what should I write? It is a really beautiful country. You need spaces. Do you understand? These are the space that we are taking. We explain things in English and we go to Sinhala, English, Sinhala, English, Sinhala, English. That is really good to learn Sinhala, English language. You are learning English, but you cannot acquire the conversational fluency. If you want to acquire the conversational fluency, I think, the light disturbs this, you would see. If you want to acquire the conversational fluency, you have to be totally immersed in the English language. Then you have to go to total immersion. That is what polyglots say. Polyglots are people who have learned, not like us, who have learned good number of languages. That is maybe 15, maybe 20 languages. They speak 15 languages fluently. Then they say that you have to go to the total immersion. You have to go to total language to acquire the fluency. We don't listen to them. We don't want. Because when things are done using Sinhala language, it is very easy to understand. One thing is I like doing things in total immersion. I have done 120 videos, stories, complete English. That is totally. You can totally immersed in the language by um, watching all these videos. But to have more views, we are also producing some videos mixing English with Sinhala, that is it. But these videos, even we produce the video, it is not that helpful for you to acquire fluency. Something for examinations, for your tests, it's okay learning English using your mother tongue, using Sinhala always. It's really interesting. Using Sinhala. අපි සිංහලෙන් කතා කරලා පුතේ මේක මෙහෙමයි. used to කියන්නේ පුතේ පුරුදු වෙලා හිටියා. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් ඒක කරන්නේ නැහැ ඔයා. පුතේ I used to smoke. කියපුවාම පුතේ දැන් අපි පුරුදු වෙලා හිටියා. දැන් මම දුම් බොන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක තමයි I used to කියලා කියන්නේ. I am used to කිව්වොත් ඒක වෙනම කතාවක්. ඉතින් පුතේ ඔයාට කරන පුරුද්දක්වා කරපු පුරුද්දක්වා දැන් කරන්නේ නැත්තම් පුතේ කතා කරනකොට කියන්න I used to smoke කියලා. හැබැයි පුතේ ඔයාට කතා කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ඒකට සිංහලනේ. හරිද? ඔයාට සිංහලම ඇහෙනකොට used to කියන එකේ තේරුම ඔයා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. කතා කරන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔයගයි කතන්දරේ. කතා කරන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් හරි දුරක් යනවා. So therefore to acquire fluency කියලා කියන්නේ ඔක්කොම දේවල් ගැන ඔයාට කතා කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. For example, you would think that you can talk about things what you want when you go to a party, when you go to sort of occasions or the places where you usually go, you can use the English language. But if somebody comes and talk about biology, say vaccines or things like that, immunity and things like that, you won't be able to because you have no words. It's okay, no problem. You cannot talk about everything in this world. I cannot talk about each and everything in this world. Most of the things I cannot talk about. But my area, I'm a teacher. I'm going to sort of different places in my life. And then each and every situation can be faced in a very good way because I'm conversationally fluent I am. So therefore I know that. So you can see I'm fluent conversationally generally because I can talk about what I think freely. That is conversational fluency. So therefore, if you want to be fluent, you should see how fluent people talk about things. That is the secret. The secret is you should see how fluent people talk about things. That is the ultimate thing. Ultimate, say secret or whatever. That is what you want. So therefore, I want you to listen to total English, especially the conversational English, talking about different things by guys and without making a lot of poses like this. And then there are very good videos even Sri Lankans are doing. And you can go to the videos if you like. I can suggest you the videos, Sri Lankan videos going in Sri Lanka, done by Sri Lankans, so that you can improve your language. Maybe part of the videos you cannot understand, that's okay, that's really good. But if you can understand at least 50%, 40% of what you are listening to, then that is really good. But when time passes, you come to a point that you can understand things. So I'm going to wind up this lesson. What I want to tell you is how to acquire fluency. Fluency is expressing your ideas freely without thinking that much about the facts. And so you can see people using the language in a very free manner. So you should listen to, you should watch sort of problem. If you go to your mother tongue, when you learn the language, you will learn the language, but you won't be able to acquire what we call the conversational fluency. Yeah. So therefore, go to total immersion. That is ultimate thing. Okay. Bye.